entertainment purposes only, I thought I'd mention, I've been kind of following this incident with the shooter. A couple little things that come from feedback, actually coming from a direct interview with the Sheriff Broward County supporter of more gun control sheriff, who actually answered these questions. So this isn't just rumor or some blog. I actually watched it and watched him answer these questions. And one of the questions he was asked, there were 23 incidents involving Nicholas Cruz, including threats to shooting the school, bringing bullets to school, bringing knives to school, an assortment of criminal behavior. But they have a policy that they signed with the public school systems in Broward County that says they will internally handle misdemeanors to keep youth offenders from getting a record. The sheriff's response was, well, 16 of the 23 were handled correctly. Okay? That's a great average, I gotta tell you. The deputies that were outside of Parkland, who stayed outside of Parkland because they were almost, getting close to retirement or had paid their dues in service, maybe they should have done their job. And if they weren't willing to do their job, then maybe any benefits, pension, retirement, anything should be stripped from them. I don't know. I don't want to put myself at risk. Listen, that's what you signed up for. My issue with this is they're trying to crucify the NRA and make this about the NRA, which the absurdity of that is simply this. If the incidents, 23 incidents, not only involving Broward Sheriff's Department, including social workers, including YouTube video threats, including making threats saying, hey, listen, I want to be a career shooter. Why is all this being ignored? Why is this being set aside and we're trying to focus our anger on this incident to the NRA? I'm a little confused by that. Here's what I believe, and I'm going to be simple about this. If Broward County Sheriff's Department spent less time running their mouth about how we need to change gun control laws and did their job by arresting this kid when, I don't know, he was bringing knives to school or threatening to shoot the school or making threats or bringing bullets to school, he would have never been able to purchase a gun. And then this whole NRA conversation would have never happened. I don't know if anybody's done any research. If we would just enforce the laws that we have regarding guns, there would be a lot of people that wouldn't have them. But let's be honest. There's 300 million guns in this country, at least. If somebody wants to be a criminal, they're going to find a way. But none of that applies to this case. This applies, let's cut it down to what it is, to law enforcement taking a liberal ideology. If the kid's doing, I'm not talking about some kid going and shoplifting a thing of nail polish. I'm talking about a young man making threats of physical harm and death to other human beings. You arrest him. You take action. You don't wait around for something like this to happen. The real problem is, and on top of it, the cowardice of deputies being at the school and standing outside and not doing anything to confront this shooter. I don't know. I see a lot of holes in this. We haven't ever reached the NRA. I just wish people in general would stop, take a moment, and think. Let's look at this realistically. If we just enforce the gun laws that were already on the books, a lot of this wouldn't happen. I don't think let's start at the beginning. Let's not start at the end. It's just, It's insane. And this sheriff is going to get up on national TV and talk about how we need to have more gun laws? How about we have you do your job? Your department failed. They utterly failed the people that they work for, the taxpayers of Broward County. And people died because of your failure. That's what needs to be talked about. How law enforcement chose to go with some liberal ideology. Well, we signed an agreement with the public school system that we wouldn't arrest kids so they didn't get in the system. If the kid's shoplifting candy, bubble gum from a store, I don't really care. Let's have him go to counseling. But if he's bringing knives to school and he's bringing bullets and he's threatening to be a career shooter, throw the handcuffs on the kid and get him somewhere before he hurts somebody. I don't understand that. Call me crazy. Listen, there's my rant. I've gotten it over with. I hope you're okay. I'm okay now. I'm going to get the rest of it out at the gym. But for the rest of you, it's a beautiful evening. Living in paradise. And I just hope we get some common sense involved with this whole scenario. Because what I see is a lot of nonsense and a lot of dodging and a lot of fury and anger at an organization that had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with what happened at that school. God bless you all and have a great week.